At my daughter's wedding, she lunged at me, her fingers dug into my skin, tearing the necklace from my throat as if it was hers by birthright. Gasps cracked through the room. 150 guests, friends, family, strangers, all frozen, watching me, stripped and humiliated. She held the necklace high, eyes blazing in spatter demand. The hotel deed, 6 million. Hand it over now. Her voice sliced through the music, sharper than the shattered silence. And I stayed still, not because I was weak, not because I feared her, but because I already knew how this would end. So I gave her nothing. Not a word, not a glance. I only turned, walked past her shaking frame, and dial one number. My thumb pressed send. My chest burned where her nails had rabbed me, but I didn't flinch. The ballroom doors groaned open. Heavy footsteps followed, and when the men stepped inside, she collapsed, not from force, not from violence, but from truth. Truth I had prepared months ago, waiting for this moment. She thought she had cornered me, but she had only walked into my design. It didn't start here. No, the wound was older. She was my pride once, my daughter, my mirror. I built everything for her. Blood, years, a lifetime carved into concrete and steel. The hotel was supposed to be hers one day. Not today, not like this. But greed has a way of whispering, and she listened. I discovered the first betrayal in fragments, a bank transfer that didn't match her salary, a late night call with hush tones, then contracts drafted behind my back, her signature paired with men I wouldn't trust to sweep my floors. She wanted control. She wanted me erased. I should have confronted her, then raised my voice, demanded answers. But rage only feeds arrogance. So I stayed quiet, pretended blind. I let her think I was fading, old, tired, all, while I gathered her emails, her meetings, the men she aligned herself with, wolves circling a prize they didn't earn. I let her plot. I let her grow bold, because the hungrier she became, the more careless she grew. By the time her wedding day arrived, I held every thread of her schemes. But she struck first, in front of everyone. She chose theater over family. She thought spectacle would break me. She thought public humiliation would force my hand. Sign the deed or lose me, she hissed, clutching my necklace, eyes like strangers. For a moment, I almost broke. Almost. Because behind the venom, I saw the little girl I used to carry on my shoulders. The one who once whispered, "Daddy, I want to be just like you." But love dies the moment it's weaponized. So I left calm, silent, and I pressed the number. The men who entered weren't strangers. They were federal agents, silent partners of mine. For months, they had enough evidence to sink her and her new husband before they even cut their cake. Wire fraud, bribery, attempted coercion. Every secret deal she thought hidden was already in their hands. Her knees buckled when she saw them. Her white dress crumpled on the marble floor as the whispers turned into roars. Guests staggered back, their smiles shattered, and I stood at the edge of the room, untouched. She screamed, begged, reached for me, but I didn't move. The same necklace she tore from me glimmered in her hand. She dropped it, and it hit the floor with a hollow clink. Her husband tried to flee. They caught him at the door. The applause of justice replaced. The wedding bells. Do you know the cruelest part of betrayal? It doesn't come from enemies. It comes from blood. And blood betrays louder than bullets. I could have signed everything away. I could have bought her silence with wealth, but that wouldn't have saved her. That wouldn't have saved me. It would have only fed her hunger until nothing remained. So I didn't give her money. I gave her truth. The truth of her own choices. The truth of consequences. When the doors closed behind her, I picked up the necklace from the floor. The chain was bent, twisted, but the pendant, my late wife's, was still intact. I fastened it around my neck again, the cold metal, pressing against the raw scratch she left. The music never resumed. The guests never recovered, and I never looked back at her face again. I didn't destroy her. She destroyed herself. All I did was open the door and let the world see. Here's what I've learned. Power isn't in rage. Power is in patience. Patience sharpens a knife, sets the stage, and waits for the curtain to fall. At my daughter's wedding, she thought she stripped me of dignity. But when the doors opened, she lost everything. And I walked away with silence, with truth, with justice. Sometimes the cruelest revenge is letting someone bury themselves